My neighbor's taking pictures. Oh, so cute. Where are you going? Hmm? It lost his family. Bye-bye. Husband is back home from work, so I gotta wash some containers. There's one full container in the fridge that he didn't finish, so I have to wash everything. And this is for recycling, so I have to wash it out, and then it's for I have to get it ready for bottle depot. I am making fish cakes or fish patties. What we need is fish. If you have seen my food hauls the other day, then you know which fish I have used. It's the frozen one, and I just pan fried it. So it is cooked fish. We need cooked or baked potatoes. I have to peel them, and I'm going to use a food processor and just mash it up. We need one raw egg to bind everything together, a little bit of green onions, just a handful or whatever, how many, whatever you like. You can use Parmesan cheese. I'm using just regular, but I still had some in the fridge, shredded up cheese. And I'm also going to use a tablespoon of mustard and a tablespoon of horseradish. So let's do it. The potatoes are mashed. I added the green onions with the potato, so it just gets mixed up and it's just finely chopped. And now you have to give it a good mix. You can put on some kitchen gloves or just do it without the gloves, but just mix it all up and then we can form the patties. So I am going to use an ice cream scoop just to form the patties, and then we will just flatten them a little bit in breadcrumbs. I am using this brand. I had this in my pantry. So let's do it. You have to use some water on your hands so it's not too sticky. So that's how it looks like. I make them this size. You can make them bigger, smaller. And with a little bit of oil in the pan, you just pan fry them. So the fish cakes are all done and can be served. And my broth is done as well. Now I have to sift it and let it cool down, and then I want to show you the collagen, how thick it gets. Delicious. I filled up 2 containers. I made rice. I actually used this seasoning. I bought it in the States. Sunshine, all-purpose seasoning. It's garlic, ginger, pineapple, and mango. And I added some salt and some peas, frozen peas. And I made garlic sauce on the side. And for the garlic sauce, I always use yogurt, but you can use sour cream. Season it with salt, pepper, and use fresh garlic, lots of it. And then your garlic sauce is all done. So 2 containers are full. I am going to smoke meatloaves. I have 4 pounds right here, so it's a pound each. So we have 4 pounds. So for each pound we need 1 egg. So that's why I have 4 eggs. I'm going to add 1 heaped tablespoon of seasoning. I'm going to use this one for each pound. So we need 4 tablespoons. And then I'm going to add, I don't have measurements, just some breadcrumbs, and milk comes in here as well. And I'm also going to add some yogurt. I don't know, I just don't have measurements. I might post it in my video how much I have used, but let's go. So you can also add mustard or some onions or green onions. I just left everything out, just plain and simple. You can top it off with ketchup or barbecue sauce. Sometimes I use barbecue sauce. This time it's just plain, and it's ready for the smoker. So for the salad, I need some baked carrots. So this is a toaster oven baking sheet. We don't need that much for the salad. I am just filling it up because the oven is on, so just have the baking sheet as full as possible. But I will probably just use this one for the salad, and the rest of it is for me to eat. I like baked carrots. You could also make a honey glaze on top, which I don't need. This is just perfect once it's cooked. And the potatoes are baked as well. I will not use everything for the salad. So I'm gonna take the potatoes out. I'm gonna use the rest of this aluminum foil, cover it, and then I will bake it for an hour at 350 Fahrenheit, but you have to cover it so it gets steamed inside. So I just used the aluminum foil from the potatoes, just cover it, and now it's ready for baking. I am going to bake the eggs for the salad. Then I don't have to peel the eggs once they're hard boiled, you know. So because I'm using my toaster oven, I need like a smaller container. I have done it before in the oven with a muffin tin. It worked perfectly fine, but because I'm using just my toaster oven today, it's just a smaller container. I do have a different one, but something else is in that container. So that's why I found this aluminum tray. So I'm going to bake it. So my carrots are all done. I already did the fork test. It goes easily in and out, so it's all done. I can't wait to eat them. So one I'll put aside just to cool, so it cools down, and one or two I'm going to indulge for lunch. I just tried a piece and it's so naturally sweet. I'm not even adding any salt or glaze to it. I just love to eat them just like that. So this needs to cool down. It took about 12 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit. So we have to chop up all the ingredients. I have pickles. I'm going to use just a couple of the sliced hot jalapeno peppers, the eggs, a fresh half of cucumber, some green onions, the potato I have to peel and slice, chop up, and same with the carrot. And then I've had this in the fridge still. It's the fish from Costco. You can use tuna, rotisserie chicken, beans. It's up to you, but I like it, or we both like it with fish. So I'm going to take out the fish, just pat dry it with the kitchen roll. Let me get that with one hand. So just with a paper towel, you're gonna drain or just pat dry the fish. I'm not going to use the onions that are inside, so because I have fresh green onions, so I'm going to use that. Oh, and I have a can of peas, which will be drained, and looks like I found it in the pantry. It looks like I bought it on sale like last year. Woo! Peas on sale. So let's do it. And before I forget it, I used some pickle juice. I put it already in my bowl. It's pickle juice. And now we can start. So for the spicy jalapenos, I'm going to use that much. I think that should be good. I'm almost done. Not really. So let's chop, chop, chop. The fish jar, it was not completely full. So this is what I'm going to use. I cleaned it from the onions and it's pat dry now. And I have to say, I really like the fish from Freshco so much better. I mean, this one is good too, but Freshco is really good. So I have to chop it all up. So as I just showed you, I'm not going to use everything because my husband asked for a little snack. So I used some fish for his. I have my pretzel, a little bit of mayonnaise, and the fish. So for the carrots, I decided to take 1.5 carrots. First I slice them and then make little cubes out of it. And a little bigger, I'm gonna do the same with the potatoes. I am finally done. I added mustard, 2 heaped tablespoons of yogurt, 2 heaped tablespoons of mayonnaise, and dried dill, a little bit of umami, salt, pepper, and let's give it a good mix. And let's see if something is missing. I tasted the salad. It is super delicious. I think it looks colorful. It's creamy. It is delicious. I know sometimes you throw together some stuff and some people are like, it looks disgusting, but it tastes good. I mean, if you like fish, but again, you can use rotisserie chicken, tuna, and have the same style of salad. So I filled up some for my husband, and this one is for us to eat later on with the meatloaf. So my rotisserie chicken, I think it's not a rotisserie chicken, it's a baked chicken, right? It's done as well. I cooked it, baked it in my toaster oven. My kids really like chicken to eat in school, so that's why I also prepared chicken. So usually I would clean the meat from the bone, put it aside for the kids. That's what they really like. And rest of it I am actually going to freeze because we just did some broth. Just wanted to show you how jelly it gets. It's like literally like, oh, delicious. It's like jello, but it's just from the bone and the chicken bones and all the fatty parts. So, and my kids love noodle soup, so that's what I give them with this broth. So the meatloaf is done. Oh my god, it smells delicious. Why does it look like blood? But it's not blood. It's the delicious juice. So it has been resting for a little bit. So let's cut into it. I hope you can see it. I just dipped it in upside down in the juice. I just tried a little bit. It's delicious. So here we have the supper. I hope you can see it. It's so juicy. Obviously, it's the fat that comes out, but when you dip the meatloaf into that fat, oh, that is delicious. And that potato egg fish salad, it's delicious. Trust me. It's very, very, very yummy. And here we have it. 2 more containers are filled. We have the rice and the smoked meatloaf. Of course, I sliced up some salami. So I'm just finishing up my husband's work bag. We have sliced onions, boiled, peeled eggs, sliced cheese. I gave him the ayran. It is a salty yogurt drink. This one is half empty, or like half full, half empty. So it's 2.5 and 3 buttermilks, and he gets a coffee to go. And then he's off to work again. Bye bye, husband.